In our modern world, the balance between surveillance and privacy is a topic of intense debate. Are we trading our fundamental rights for the promise of security? Welcome to Sparks Mind. Today, we delve into a critical discussion that affects us all: the tension between surveillance and privacy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. The question at hand: are we sacrificing our rights for security? Let's explore both sides of this debate. In an era of unprecedented threats, surveillance is necessary to ensure national security. Monitoring communications helps prevent attacks and combat crime. While security is vital, it should not come at the expense of our fundamental rights. Mass surveillance infringes on privacy and can lead to abuses of power. It's a complex issue. Surveillance has thwarted plots and ensured safety. However, there have been instances where it overstepped, infringing on civil liberties. AI-powered surveillance tools analyze data quickly to identify potential threats. This proactive approach is essential in today's rapidly evolving world. However, these technologies often lack transparency. The use of AI in schools to monitor students raises privacy concerns with sensitive data exposure. The implementation of surveillance in education sparks debates about safety versus privacy. Data breaches can undermine student trust. Surveillance can deter illicit activities. Knowing systems are in place discourages individuals from engaging in wrongdoing. Yet, pervasive surveillance can lead to self-censorship and chills free speech, as people fear being constantly watched. The EU's proposed regulation aims to scan communications for child abuse material, but raises concerns about mass surveillance and security. Legislation like this aims to protect vulnerable individuals. The goal is safety, not to infringe on privacy. Implementing such measures could set a precedent for mass surveillance, eroding freedoms. Solutions must balance security and rights. Last time, we asked a simple question: are we safer or just more watched? But surveillance isn't just about your face in a camera or your data in a cloud. It's about what you say, what you believe. So now we ask, is free speech still free when someone's always listening? Let's talk freedom of speech. That used to mean something. But today, say the wrong thing online and you're banned. Welcome to the new battlefield. Speech isn't just monitored, it's managed. Online outrage is tracked. Political opinions are mapped. This isn't just censorship, it's pre-crime, but for ideas. Let's be real. Hate speech is real, dangerous. But who decides what crosses the line? Governments say they're protecting. In the wrong hands, hate speech laws can silence dissent. Your anger at injustice might look like a threat. Now ask yourself, whose voices get silenced first? It's rarely the powerful. These voices challenge the system. And the system? It listens closely, too closely. It labels them as extremists, disruptors, unstable. It watches, records, files them away. And if you think this can't happen in a free country, read the news. It's already happening. When surveillance controls speech, we don't just lose rights, we lose reality. We're fed sanitized truth, curated facts. Our feeds are filtered, our beliefs boxed in. We think we're choosing, but we're just consuming. We're not told what to believe, we're just never shown the other side. And when we finally speak up, the world's been taught your voice is dangerous. Speech without privacy isn't free, and privacy without speech isn't power. You need both. Surveillance takes that away. One update, one filter, one flagged comment at a time. And yet people still speak out. Because silence is not safety. And compliance, that's not peace. They say if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. But history says otherwise. Freedom of speech wasn't made for the comfortable. It was made to protect the uncomfortable. The rebels. The challengers. So ask yourself, what are we really protecting, freedom or feelings? And what are we losing, safety or our soul? We've talked about surveillance. We've talked about speech. Now it's time to talk about who decides what's heard and who gets silenced. Spoiler, it's not just people anymore. It's code, it's algorithms, it's AI, and it doesn't just listen, it judges. That every post, every search, every comment, it goes through a filter, not a human one, a machine. These systems decide what's acceptable, what's misinformation, what's hate speech. But AI doesn't understand context. Let's talk bias. When we say AI makes decisions, what we really mean is people wrote code, and that code reflects their worldview. Facial recognition fails more on darker skin. Speech recognition struggles with non-standard dialects. Content moderation silences marginalized voices. You post something real, honest, unfiltered, but nobody sees it. Not because it broke any rules, but because the algorithm decided, not now. The internet was supposed to be open, equal, free, but now, your reality is curated. It's not just what's banned, it's what's boosted, what's shown first, what's repeated, what's monetized. Did I choose this or was it chosen for me? When machines filter truth, reality fractures, and you don't even notice until it's too late. So what now? This isn't sci-fi, it's not coming, it's here. But there's still one thing the algorithm can't control. You. People are fighting back, coding for fairness, demanding visibility, building tech that empowers. AI doesn't have to be the enemy, but it can't be the gatekeeper of truth. We need transparency, we need accountability. The algorithm isn't neutral. If your feed feels off, if your voice disappears, you're just watching a machine decide what's real. We've shown you the problem. They watch you, they listen, they decide what you see. But now, let's flip the script. First, let's kill the myth that social media is a public square, that algorithms are fair. They don't, they shape it. Everything you see is curated, for them, not for you, to keep you clicking. Reclaiming the feed starts here. Understand the machine. Let's talk manipulation. Not by governments, but by brands, influencers, and you. Ever feel like everyone's selling something? They are. They've gamified authenticity and we bought in. But here's the hack. If influence can be engineered, so can resistance. There's a whole web beneath the web, a digital underground that doesn't care about likes or algorithms. These aren't just apps, they're acts of rebellion. Spaces built to be untrackable, uncensorable, unfiltered. The internet isn't dead, it's just hidden. Let's be real. The giants are massive, the code is black box, the power, lopsided. But every system has a weak spot. People. They need us. Our clicks, uploads, and outrage. What if we stopped feeding the beast? That's power. Not just to cancel, but to build something better. Encryption, open source, decentralization. These aren't buzzwords, they're shields. Want privacy? Use tools they can't track. Want reach? Build networks they can't control. The system wants you passive, scrolling, consuming, reacting. But if you're not creating, you're just being programmed. Every meme, comment, and zine, that's you shaping culture. We don't win by unplugging. We win by remaking the internet. Here's the truth. Speech was never supposed to be easy. It's messy, wild, alive. That's how change happens. So don't wait for permission. Build new ones. Speak louder. Connect smarter. You want a feed that's honest? Create it. You want a world that listens? Make noise. Subscribe, join the resistance, own your voice.